You can do it till 45, 50, but you still love it, enjoy it, 100% like you start that thing.
There was no teaser, no banners, no hype machine ramping up in the background. Simply a quiet release of Manny Pacquiao's uncut 30-second workout video that was posted without any fanfare, dramatic cuts, or cinematic viewpoints. Simply noise, cracked pads, and gloves within minutes. The entire world was watching. Not just boxing fans, fighters, trainers, analysts, TikTokers, and even those who had stopped watching years ago, when shoes squeaking across canvas and the unmistakable rhythm of a legend continued to dance with time hit play and replay. They paused in shock because what they saw didn't look like nostalgia or even like a workout. Rather, it looked like hunger. Pacquiao wasn't easing through some ceremonial session. Instead, he was tearing through combinations. Sharp double punches, left hooks that curved like whips. And his footwork helped him to turn cleanly. Sharpness, precision, and intent were evident in every action. Even skilled warriors were forced to stop scrolling.
Combo.
Up, goes to the flurry again. Up. Goes to the flurry again.
By the end of the day, the video had been shared on boxing forums and uploaded to YouTube by sports pages that typically only cover trending NBA takes. It wasn't even about whether Manny was returning. Rather, it was about what we had just witnessed. And the silence was deafening because, in the midst of the thousands of fire emojis and jaw-dropping reactions, Canelo Alvarez's name was conspicuously absent, but his silence hung louder than the cheers. This is because sometimes, when greatness watches greatness, the most honest reaction is the one that doesn't need to be spoken. There is flashy training, and then there is real training that makes it feel like you're watching a fight without gloves. Pacquiao didn't retire or drop a pointless workout. Legend performing the motions, it was precise, violent, and tight. He wasn't reenacting shadow boxing nostalgia. Instead, he was attacking the pads as if a title were at stake. It began with a straightforward 1-2 move, followed by a double jab pivot body hook. Every combination snapped as if to finish a round. His feet never stopped talking, making small, purposeful shuffles that created space where none existed. The rhythm didn't slow. The arms didn't sag. The eyes were laser-locked, like a man solving a puzzle at full speed. And this is what stunned everyone. What happens when a fighter doesn't just stay in shape, but stays in form like he never left the gym, like his body refuses to age the way everyone else's does boxing, is that the tempo wasn't just sharp for his age, but it was elite period speed that rivals fighters half his age, timing that looks built for another run, even if that's not the plan. The comments weren't filled with "remember" when they were filled with "if he wanted to." YouTubers seized the opportunity. Analysts began analyzing footage, and fans began to wonder what Pacquiao was preparing for if he wasn't returning, since it wasn't simply a tune-up or legacy flexing. It was obsession in disguise. Regularly, a 46-year-old man trains as if time had never passed. There are champions, and then there is Manny Pacquiao. When most fighters retire, they fade into obscurity, slow down, and eventually become memories. Because Pacquiao never really acted like he left, he still trains, spars, and has that same grin and storm in his step. When you watch a video of him working the mitts, it doesn't feel like he's gone. But with Manny, something's always been different. Even in silence, he doesn't disappear. He lingers not just in old highlight reels, but in the way fans still look at him like he might lace up again tomorrow. A touch of nostalgia. It feels like unresolved business.
Masosolve din yan. Kasi kami lang din naman. Kung gusto nilang kumiti, hawak ng kasama din natin na incumbent. So,
in a sport where ego destroys careers and pride ends legends, Pacquiao's fame is about more than just titles and knockouts. It's about that intense, perhaps crazy enthusiasm for the task that refuses to slow down. You see a man who refuses to betray the discipline that made him. It's as if his body has been conditioned for war for so long that it doesn't know peace. You don't see a 46-year-old man trying to stay relevant. Instead, you see a fighter who is still in love with the rhythm of hard breathing and the sting of leather. This is why Manny kept his feet on the ground and trained like a rookie even when he was a king. The fixation on performing it marginally better than it was the day before in a world full of promotional tricks and edited hype reels. Fans reacted to the video not just because it was quick, but also because it was an honest, uncensored moment of truth. In that instant, the world remembered what greatness truly looks like when no one is watching and no comments are left. No emoji, no repost, no abandonment of the interview. Even though Canelo Alvarez didn't mention Manny Pacquiao's training video in public, his name somehow kept coming up in every discussion. This is what happens when two titans share a common orbit. When one legend stirs the world, everyone checks the other's pulse because in boxing silence Pacquiao didn't call Canelo out, tag him, or name drop him. But when you post a training video like that during a fight drought, when half of the boxing world is waiting for something genuine to latch on to, every current champion, especially the biggest one, gets scrutinized. From a peer isn't just absence, it's space being felt.